Today I'm interviewing Steve Meyer. He's CEO of CBC Home, and they're located in Walnut, California. Steve is the Chief Executive Officer of CBC Home, a privately held home builder in Southern California. And you manage like all aspects. When I looked at what does a CEO do, and then I saw your list, I was like, holy Toledo. You have construction, sales, land acquisition, land development, product procurement, customer experience, and strategic positioning and growth. How do you do it all?
It's a lot, but I do it all because I have a great team below me to help, lift a hand whenever it's needed. They are an incredible group of people that I've had the opportunity to work with, not just here at CBC, but like my vice president of construction. I was with him, 10, 15 years ago at KB Home. So a group of people that I've worked together with for a while now. And they, provide me daily updates. They give me all the tools I need to make the correct decisions when I'm managing all those aspects.
All those different things.
Yeah.
Yeah, you started your building career back in 1999. Let's go back there to Hayes Construction. And you were a carpenter apprentice, which is so cool that you started in that aspect. And here you are now,
Yeah.
the CEO.
Yeah. Actually, Hayes Construction was my grandfather's company. My grandfather was a general contractor. He built and owned several apartment buildings throughout the Los Angeles Ventura area. So ever since, I was a young kid, 10, 11 years old, I've been on a job site getting experience. I've been hands-on for a very long time. I'm fortunate enough that my grandfather and all of my uncles are in the industry as well. So it's just something I was raised doing.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, and then you spent 15 years at KB Home.
Yes, I did. 15 wonderful years.
That's great. And do you feel like that was where you kind of really started getting your love a little bit more for it, or?
That's where I really started to understand the entire business a lot more. The experience I got at KB was hands-on in every department. I was fortunate enough to have, managers that allowed me to interact with the other departments, so I wasn't always kind of tunnel visioned into construction only. Got to work with purchasing, land ac, and some of the other departments closely. So yeah, a lot of the foundation to some of the outer departments other than construction, I got that while I was with KB.
And then right before you came to CBC, you were working with Homebound Technologies.
Yeah.
And doing some pretty cool things there. Can you tell me a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. So Homebound is a tech-based home builder. So what their main goal was is building software. So they build a construction management software to help home buyers that have, suffered a loss in a disaster, help them rebuild, keeps them involved, helps them select options, financials, start to finish. So building homes for Homebound was kind of like a byproduct of what they actually wanted to do. But we got the opportunity to build several homes throughout Southern California with Homebound, as well as Northern California, up in the Santa Rosa area from the fire disaster up there. Malibu, we rebuilt several homes in Malibu. But when it came down to after the disaster was done and there was no more fire rebuilds to do, the goal was to transition into production building. And at that time, Homebound made an attempt to, we did a couple smaller communities out here, and it was not clicking with production. It was more focused for, the individual home buyers. So after a little bit working on their production stuff, they decided to pull out of California. So there's no more disasters here, and the hurricanes had just torn through Florida. So they approached me, offered me an opportunity to move to Florida, and it's just something I wasn't into at the time.
Didn't want to go to Florida.
Nope. And fortunately, shortly after that, our founder, Kathy Fang, and I were introduced, and here we are.
Here we are. That's amazing. So you came to CBC in 2023.
Correct.
So give me a little bit of compare and contrast between what you've seen in home building over the last 5, 10, 15 years.
Yeah, there's a few different bullet points I can hit there. I'll start with the buyer. What we've seen with the buyer in the past 5 to 10 years is a big shift towards sustainability and energy efficiency. Homeowners are looking for all the smart features now in their homes, solar, car chargers. Those aren't enough now. You have to go above and beyond just that, which those are, actually codes now. Speaking of codes, all the regulatory um, regulations have increased quite a bit. Environmental, it takes a lot longer to get land entitled now. So we've seen a big shift from the homeowner side. Like I said, they're wanting more sustainable, energy efficient homes. We've seen a big shift in regulatory regulations with California, especially. Now, coming after the fires this past year, we're going to see a big change towards,
Mm-hmm.
fire retardant materials. Um, on the flip side of that, technology has really advanced construction as far as workflows, um, compressing timelines. Robotics and AI are just now starting to scratch the
Oh, that's
surface of
cool.
what they
Okay.
can do.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, there's been a big change throughout the industry um, in the past 5 to 10 years. But I would say that the biggest switch we've seen is homeowners no longer worrying about just price and size, right? Before it was the easy target. Now there's a lot more involved in order to capture that buyer.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So, what's been one of the biggest challenges in building the types of communities that you guys are passionate about? Because I know CBC is very passionate about what you guys are building.
Yeah, we at CBC Home are very passionate about creating communities that are livable, uh, thoughtful, and long lasting. We don't just, pick an area and put a group of homes in there. We really sit down and try to envision what the community needs and see what we can do to enhance the area. For example, the terraces, our first project, it was, kind of an eyesore in the center of the town. Um, we kind of took that and took certain other aspects from the community for the palm trees, for
Mm-hmm.
example.
Hmm. It's beautiful.
When the community was originally designed, those weren't there. There was sycamore trees, but once we, took a closer look, started examining more of the community, we felt like that would kind of make it feel a little bit better. So we really try to enhance what's there already. Yeah, we really try to create communities where people can thrive. And in doing so, we try to include, walkability, open green space, architectural variety. And in order to include all that, it takes a lot of time up front and upfront investment to
Mm-hmm.
make sure that those things are seen through um, to the very end. So it's hard to stay true to those things when you're in a market that sometimes favors speed and deliverability
Mm-hmm.
and volume.
Right. And I know at the terraces in Walnut, you guys have various product types.
Yeah, we try to check every box when it comes to our master plan communities. So we've got townhomes for your first time buyer,
Mhm.
younger married couple. We do have a couple colleges close by, so we do try to help some of the students out there. Mount Sac is very close by, so we get a lot of traffic from people through there. Um, the Walnut School District is one of the top school districts in the nation, so we have a lot of young families in the
Mhm.
community. So we've got a very robust two-story product that we offer that includes a ton of options. And then for your more established family, we've got the three-story product.
Mhm.
And then if you're really looking for the luxury life, we've got the estate lots
Yeah,
where Trento will be built.
yeah. You guys are covering all your bases.
So we do try to provide a ton of variety. In one of our upcoming projects, we're actually going to be offering a podium, a building for rent and for sale. Um, we do, commercial. We really try to check it all. A big, two big words that I'm often reminded of by our founder is variety and value, and I need to be bringing both of those to the market all the time. So that's one thing we strive to do.
I like that. I like the two because that can be difficult to
Right.
have variety and still have it be a value,
And
right?
create value. Yeah.
Right. So that would be probably one of your bigger challenges. What do you think draws you guys to a particular area to build in?
We're really drawn to the areas where we see potential to add a real, long-lasting value, right?
Hmm.
So we'll go to an area and look at the surrounding amenities, uh, location for, job locations, proximity to transit, and then we take that and look at everything we can do to try to enhance that area, enhance what the community already has, and then bring additional aspects of comfortable living to that. So um, we don't just chase a hot market. We look for areas, I don't want to say in distress, but almost just areas that can be that are a good foundation that can be enhanced with adding some architectural and open green space functionality around it.
With your offices and the terraces, which is the product that you guys are really focusing on right now, both located in Walnut, how are you guys giving back to that community?
Well, in addition to our offices being located there, our first project being located there, our founder was a resident there for over 30 years.
Oh, wow.
So we have very deep roots in the city of Walnut, and we take every opportunity to help support them in any way we can. We support school events, the community events. They've got the Taste of Walnut, which we're a big sponsor in. We help put on the 4th of July drone and fireworks show. Any way possible that we can be involved, the city knows to come to us. That's how involved we are. We try to support them throughout all of their activities. Our sister company, SunJoint, the CEO of SunJoint was the ex city manager of Walnut. So again, very deep roots, and we're a very big support to them, as well as they are to us. The community of Walnut is very tight, so ensuring that everything goes smoothly, that that the reputation that we've established is kept clean and strong. I would say has been a challenge, but it really hasn't, because it's been, it's something that we take pride in every single day. So
You guys are building not just homes, you're really building part of the community.
yeah, 100%. That's exactly what we're going at our next project in Rolling Heights. That's what we intend to do there, right? It's a dead golf course right now that is kind of an eyesore and a nuisance to everyone, and we're going to come in and beautify and enhance and bring value to the existing neighborhood that's there. A big thing that Kathy is very big on, making sure that the existing community feels part of whatever we're doing, right? So even if they can't live in our community, at Terraces of Walnut, one of our conditions, you can fill out an application and get an approval. Any community member can come visit tour our parks, our walking trails, our playgrounds. So we really try to open it up to the entire community, but at the same time kind of provide our residents a feeling of security.
And I know that you guys even have the little, I guess it's a commercial, not commercial,
Yeah, the
retail,
shops, yeah, retail
shops
area.
right
Yeah,
there.
yeah. We've
Yeah.
got 17,000 square feet of retail. Currently, Starbucks is working on doing their TIs in our drive-through.
Oh, there you go.
Jersey Mike's took a unit. We've got a couple other restaurants in the works, and a veterinary clinic that's actually opened doors a couple weeks ago.
Oh, I
So
didn't know about that.
yeah,
That's
it's
great.
very cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something that we're gonna try to do on all of our master plans is incorporate a little bit of commercial. That way, um, you know, it's not too far of a drive if you want to
Right.
grab a quick bite or
Right.
get a coffee on your way to work,
Yeah.
whatever it may be.
What are some of the key elements you think to standing out in the market today? Because people have so many things at their fingertips, right? They can do everything online now.
It's not enough to offer just a home. You need to offer a story and a lifestyle, um, a way of living that is different than your competitors in the surrounding area. So us doing master plan developments gives us an opportunity to kind of show more of that. We can, parks, amenities such as, pools, rec rooms. We've got the opportunity to, just provide something new and fresh to kind of a stale area.
Because like Walnut didn't have a whole lot of new homes
No,
that
no.
were going on there. So you guys really did bring that to the
Yeah,
community.
there's a couple onesie twosies, 10, 12 house developments, but nothing to the size of what we're doing in the past 10 years. So it was kind of refreshing to work with the city because they had never done anything to that scale. So it was, they leaned on us as much as we were leaning on them to make sure that things went as smooth as possible and for both parties. And I think things have gone great so far. Um, we're working with Walnut for some other up and coming projects as well. So yeah, it's been great to work with that city, and we're looking forward to future developments with them in the future.
Yeah. And then you were talking about Roland Heights as another area that you guys are
Yes,
gonna,
yeah, we
is that going to be another master plan
yeah
or?
we do have another master plan community going in there again. We'll have for rent and for purchase podium buildings, condos. We'll have townhomes. We're doing some stacked flats,
Oh, cool. That's fun.
possibility of some stacked flats there.
Hmm.
Single family and 2-story and 3-story. So yeah, again, bringing a lot of variety as far as product type. Doing some pretty cool things with amenities there as well. There's a lot of exercise trails with exercise equipment alongside of them throughout the
Oh, fun.
development so far. Um, a lot of enriched landscaping. Yeah, it's going to be a great development. Looking forward to that one.
I'm excited for you guys to do something in Roland Heights. That's another area that really needs some additional housing.
Yeah, and again, there's hardly any new communities in Roland Heights. I believe the last one was close to 10 years ago
Yeah.
as well. So again, bringing something fresh and new to try to revive, what's
So
existing.
where do you see home building going in the next 5, 10 years?
The future of home building in the next 5 to 10 years, I would say, is all about smarter, denser, and more resilient communities. There is a lot to talk about when it comes to being able to insure a home after the fires we had in January. So coming up with resilient designs and kind of creating more of a fire resistant community is going to be a big focus for a lot of people in the future because who would buy a home that you can't insure, right?
Right.
So it's going to be up to the builders to provide a lot of the additional securities that insurers are looking for to help, make homes insurable and affordable to insure in Southern California. Again, like I said, with technology, with robotics and AI, I think we're going to see a huge shift towards that in the next 5 to 10 years. Um, with robotics, loading and unloading heavy equipment is very strenuous on the body. So I think that'll be one of the first things that we start to see. And then with AI, there's a ton that can be done with that as far as, all your paperwork, logistics. There's a ton that can be done with AI in the industry. So I anticipate time frames becoming a lot shorter with the technology advances there. And as far as on the regulatory side, I'm hoping that things get a little smoother, but I don't see that in the near future.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that with everything that we went through in January and these upcoming code changes, that we can, kind of collaboratively come together and work on some ways to rectify this issue of the new firestorms that we're having. Seems like every year. Um, so yeah, that's going to be a big one, I feel, because insurance is a must, right?
Yeah.
So being able to make sure that we can have insurable homes is going to be very important.
Yeah.
And I think the technology is there to help us get that. When that disaster happened, our founder was overseas. I got a phone call. I need you to do whatever you can to help the community. Um, she shipped us, she's in textiles, and she shipped us 2,000 blankets. Fortunately, with the trade partners we have, I was able to call up Gothic Landscape. They showed up with some semi trucks, and we were off to deliver. 3 days after the fires had taken place. So um, we're very involved in that and helping support the recovery of it. As far as building fire rebuilds, I don't think that's something that we'll be doing in the near future. But just trying to help the community get back on its feet was a big, very important initiative for our owner. And the whole team stepped up to make sure that happened. So
Yeah. I think that that's one of the things that I've always loved about like the home building industry in general, we always are supporting each other,
Right.
through all the trials and tribulations and the ups and downs
Yeah.
of the market and things like that. And I think that was really admirable that you guys were able to pull something together so quickly
Yeah.
to help out.
Yeah. Anything we can do, we're there for the communities that we build in. We're there for the communities around us. We're new, obviously, to Southern California, and we want to make sure that everyone knows we're here to support in any way possible. I don't want to give out the secret sauce, but no, CBC, yes, we are a new builder. Our team is extremely experienced. We have a lot to bring to the table. Working closely with our sister company, SunJoint, we have an advantage that most builders don't. I don't really have to compete with anyone for land. Like SunJoint goes out and they'll purchase and entitle raw land, and then I'm the first one in line to build it all. So having that is a very, very big advantage. Yeah, that most builders don't have. Because a lot of times, you're in competition, and land is scarce in Southern California right now.
Sure.
Especially when you're trying to do master plan communities.
Oh yeah, because
it'd
you
be
need a lot of land for
yeah,
that.
it'd be a lot easier if we were an infill, if we wanted to focus on being an infill builder, but yeah, that's not the case. So having that and having that support system as well behind us is a big driving force. I always call SunJoint the unsung heroes because they're the ones that without them we wouldn't have anything to build. Yet CBC often gets all the credit for what's been done from other builders.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, there's a lot of like infill builders, but there are not a lot of people trying to do master plans.
No, they're not. And the land is hard to find, but where there's a will, there's a way. And the folks over at SunJoint definitely have the will. So again, we've got one already under construction. We've already built over 100 homes there. Our second master plan is coming out of entitlement soon, and we're actually closing escrow on another piece here pretty soon. So yeah, a lot of things in the works. A lot of things have been going on, and it's just been an incredible experience to find our founder and start CBC and get where we are with the team we have. Has just been an amazing experience.
And sounds like a lot more things to add to your list to do.
Yeah, a few here and there, but again, without my team and the people that I have working beside me, there's no way that any of it would have ever happened.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Steve, for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in here and meeting with me. I know that one of the things that we've been trying to do is, give some knowledge to our, home builder industry.
Yeah.
And just so that they can kind of see what else is happening out there.
Absolutely. That's awesome. Happy to be here.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.